Hey, hi, hello. We just passed 11:11, and you know what that means. We're a little bit crooked here. I'm gonna try to straighten things out. It's to no avail. Let's just do it crooked then. That's what I'm gonna do. Hi, as usual, I'm here to check in with my body, dissipate some stagnation and stress. I got a lot of painful inflammation in here going on, so just being gentle with myself still, bringing in the new year, closing out my 51st revolution around the sun. Who'd have thunk? They told me I wouldn't make it this long, actually, so I suppose it's all bonus from here on out. It's all been bonus. What am I talking about? I don't know. Anyway, enough about all that. I'm going to bring my attention into the bottoms of my feet. It's a good time to remind you don't need any special moves. There's not one right way or one wrong way to check in with your body and give yourself a little love. I encourage you to do your version of it. Check in, give yourself some love, give yourself a smile, maybe check your alignment. Maybe just wiggle your shoulders around, do a little wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man impression real quick. Maybe even just internally. It all helps. Some of it helps more than others. We're just doing the best we can with what we got from where we are, or at least that's what I'm doing. I'm going to take a nice slow roll down from here. Look, I still got my house. It's one more day. Tomorrow the house goes away again. But for today, 'tis mine and my cleaning rags alone. Roll down, just checking in with my tender spine. Coming all the way down past the waist to the hips, and bend the knees a little bit and just hang here. Giving gravity a chance to do some unwinding on the spine. Do a little boot check. Oh, boots! We're getting worn in, aren't we? I'm going to roll on up again, just pushing from the center of the earth through the feet. Tipping the tailbone up, coming on up. Roll that out, shake that out. Let's do another forward fold, this time with a relatively flat back from the hip. That's below the waist. I say put your hands on your hips. That's your waist. Down here. That's what I'm talking about. Hips. Swan diving down. Coming down toward the ground. And bending the knees if need be to get the hands on the ground and just relax in here for a breath or so. Shaking that out. I'm going to pull a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, just getting a little stretch through the shoulders, back to center, gaze behind the body. And then I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back, and lift the chest, eyes, and arms, pushing the belly and hips forward. Just enjoy a little counter stretch. Coming back to center. Shake that out. Let's do just a little free arm swinging. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Hey, Bruce, good to see you. Hope you're remembering to give yourself some love, too, because you are worth it. I think I'm going to do, starting with a step back from the left, but I'm going to do a little bit of a modified version of something. Start with a little warrior pose, though, pulling the hips onto the perpendicular line, keeping these feet on the parallel line, pushing into that heel, checking that this front knee isn't crunching past the front toes. I'm going to bring the arms up, checking that I'm not crunching in those shoulders, and then sliding that back foot out and out till it's tempted to come off of that heel, but pushing into that heel. And then I'm going to kick onto this diagonal line. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. I'm just feeling for that energetic line out the heel, through the spine, out the fingertips. And I'm going to continue to slide that foot back, coming onto the toes now, and bringing both hands down on either side of this front leg. And then I'm going to straighten that front leg, pushing back into that back heel again, and drape the upper body over the lower body, aiming my chin for my toes. I'm just getting a nice release, still pulling these hips onto the perpendicular line. And then supporting with my hands, I'm going to continue to slide my feet apart, coming into a splits-ish position, as I like to call it. I like to rock back and forth a little bit here, but I'm using my hands very much to control my weight so that I don't tear any muscles in my legs. Do be careful and mindful and loving of yourself. I'm just going to trying to get back some of my flexibility that's going away. Use it or lose it is true, as they say. I'm going to pull this front foot back, bend the knee, and then step forward with that back foot. Coming into a forward fold, just releasing the head and neck and shoulders, and then pushing from the bottoms of the feet, the center of the earth, rolling on up, coming back to center, shake that out a little bit. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. Come on, do it with me. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. At least try saying it. It's good. It's good for your tongue. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. Come on. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's okay. I'll step back with my right foot, pulling my hips again onto the perpendicular line. I'm just still silly in case you thought that wasn't going to happen. Nay. Pushing back into that back heel and looking for parallel lines with the feet, perpendicular line with the hips. Tucking the tailbone under a little bit, coming up nice and long and strong through the core. I'm going to bring these arms up, making sure not to crunch up in those shoulders. And then continuing to slide that back heel out, even though it's super tender. So I'm going to have to adjust. Adjusting in the boot as need to be. Coming into a deeper and deeper lunge until I find that I'm in a spot where I'm coming off of that heel onto the toe, and then I'm going to shift into a forward fold over the straight leg. The front leg, straightening that front leg, coming back onto that back heel and draping the upper body over the lower body, aiming my chin for my toes to pulling these hips onto the perpendicular line. And then sliding that back foot out on the toe a little bit more, sliding the front foot out onto the heel and coming again into that splits-ish position on the other side. Still supporting my weight with my hands. Give that a little rocking back and forth just to explore that. And then I'm going to bend that front knee, come back onto that front foot and step forward with the back foot. I think that's a peppercorn or something. I don't know what that is. Let's give a heavy sigh or so, maybe 2 or 3. And I'm going to roll up nice and slow, pushing from the bottoms of the feet. Again, tipping the tailbone, 1 vertebra at a time. Just coming on back up to front and center. Let's do a little more free arm swinging. Let's do some little, medium, and big circles. We'll start with the fingers. Ooh, little sore fingers. Just checking in with all of those. Stretching them out. Coming the other way. Little circles that way. Shake that out. Do a little smoothing. Say, I hear you, pain. I hear you. Let's do medium circles through the shoulders. I like to breathe in on the way up and exhale on the way down. And the other way. Let's do big circles. Still with the upper body. Breathing in love and breathing out love. Breathing in acceptance. Breathing out acceptance. Breathing in joy. Breathing out joy. Let's go the other way. Breathing in love and lightheartedness. Breathing out heaviness. Breathing in wellness. Breathing out stagnation. Shaking all that off, I'm going to add just a little across the body stretching in these arms. Another arm across the body. Shaking that off. I'm going to do a little smoothing of those arms. Just remind them we've got a whole body supporting them. And they're here to support a whole body. Come on, arms. We got this. Stepping onto the right foot. I bring this left knee up toward left shoulder. Give a little circle on this side. Checking in with that ankle. Again, I encourage you to find small, medium, and big circles in your body in whatever way works for you. You could try some of these laying on the ground or sitting on the couch, or try, I could do a medium circle with the finger or the tongue. I can't. Apparently, I just discovered I cannot send my tongue that way and my leg that way. That's funny. It's like a whole nother level of that thing, which I also cannot do with my fuzzy brain today. I won't even bother to try anymore. Let's do big circles. From the hips, I'm going to do them. Using my imaginary doorway to keep myself falling over, because that's what happens when I use imaginary doorways. Let's go the other way. Big circles. From the hip, I'm just going to use my tension pole between the center of the universe and the center of the earth. That works much better for keeping me upright. Bringing my weight to the left, bringing this right knee up toward right shoulder. Let's do little circles on this side. And little circles on this side the other way. And then some medium circles from the knee. I'm tempted to try the tongue again, but I'm going to have to do that in private. See what I can discover about the two halves of my body and its directional pull. Let's go big circles from the hip. And the other way. Just exploring, listening, playing, moving, some stagnation. Dislodging. Let's try some more. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. I'll go this way. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man. I know. That's what I'm saying to you. I think I'm going to sign off and go take care of some more fuzzy-brained things. We got a lot on my agenda today. I thank you for stopping by, and joining me for this quick, was it a 10-minute full body stretch? A little bit, not quite. Check in with the rest of your parts that didn't get a stretch. See if any of them are talking to you. Give them a quick stretch, would you? Here, before we sign off, let's remember some basics. Squat. Cat. These are all the poses that keep a body moving. Tent. Straddle. now. I'm just being silly, checking in. Let's see what goes back. I know we have bill paying and what to eat. Still haven't mastered that, but I do got a pretty good squat. There you go. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself a little bit more. That's all I'm asking. Thanks for stopping by. Ciao for now.